SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
Good morning, George. Good morning, Raji.
Good morning.
You are welcome. You are welcome. Good morning. Yes, it's good to see you guys again today, midday, hump day. George, how is it in Toronto, Canada?
Well, Toronto is swelling. You know, we are good. We got good weather, so we haven't much negativity going on here.
Okay. And how is it in Lagos, Raji? Raji, can you hear me? I think he's first now. Oh dear. All right. You're welcome, George.
Like my
yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. My network is shaky. We woke up to showers of blessing this
morning. Okay. Is that right? We got you. So a lot is happening. Our viewers, you're welcome. This is SSM Wednesday edition. What we say is we give news updates from that African in diaspora standpoint. So I'm here with George. I'm here with Raji. Gentlemen, let's start with something that is I'm so concerned because moments like this are the time we should show ourselves. You all know that the United Nations Assembly is ongoing now in New York. That's the 80th version they're having this week till Sunday. And the world leaders have all gathered there to attend this annual assembly where issues will be discussed. A lot of things will be addressed. In fact, we'll be talking about what Donald Trump said in his speech. But what concerns me this time is we are not represented. Nigeria is not there. Our president is not there. Right there in the United Nations meeting, there are levels, there are stages of media presentation. So yes, Nigeria gave a speech yesterday on some issues, some leaders, but it's not the world class podium. It's not the world class stage. It's minor people that comes to that event. Let me start with you, George. Is this not an occasion for the man that has been traveling around the world to travel and represent us and talk about issues that pertain to Africa's largest economy, Africa's most populous country, George?
Well, it is expected that he ought to be there, considering that this is something that they have known for a while, that this is coming, and this is United Nations coming together. You know, it is expected that our president should be there rather than sending his vice president to go and represent him. Meanwhile, he's been globetrotting from one part of the world to another on things that are less important. Well, I don't know the reason why. Maybe it could be health reason. It could be other reasons why he wasn't able to attend. I'm not quite sure. Unless we hear from the government, then we'll be able to decipher the reason why, he was absent in this particular one. But I don't think it looks good on our nation, for him to send if he's been at home doing other things and taking care of business and all that stuff, it would have been okay. But now He's all over the world. He's been traveling, and now when it comes to the most important aspect of his travel, where he will go and represent us around the world, around the nations, he was a no-show. He's sending somebody else, his vice. Well, I don't know, so, well, in honesty, the only thing there is that um Atiku is what's his name? Shetima is a little more articulate than Tinubu, so maybe that's why he sent him.
Well, it's not about articulation. Reggie, yes, Shetima arrived this morning, even though he's also arriving late. He arrived this morning in New York, and but it's not about who speaks the most. The United Nations doesn't look for best speech presentation. They come there to dialogue and address pressing world issues, pressing national issues. Not how well you say it. Trump doesn't speak too well, if you tell me. Raji, what's your take on this?
Well,
oh dear, we are losing Raji again. Raji, okay. So George, do you understand what I said?
Well, I do 100% understand, and it is absolutely not the best.
About who speaks the most,
you're talking about United Nations. You're talking about a place where you can go. You saw what Trump did yesterday. Most other nations they come there. Macron was there yesterday, and all other nations they represented themselves. They represented the spirit behind their nation. They represent. Trump was there conversing and telling the world who they are, what he's done in his own country. Though his speech was, was not the best. But the point is that he represented his nation as the president of the United States of America. I don't know why Tinubu was not there. I'm not quite sure. So unless I know, all I can say is that it is not the best to be sending.
I mean, he could also come there if he can express himself much in English. He can speak in Yoruba, and obviously there will be translators because most presidents.
He's been around the world recently.
Okay, Raji, can you connect with us now? Can you hear us?
Am I clear now?
Yes, you are.
Go ahead. Yes, you
are. I want to go with Sir George that probably because superior eloquence of the vice president is better for him representing us than for the president to be stuttering at a United Nations General Assembly. So for whatever reason, I think.
Yes. I earlier said that, Raji. I earlier said that I don't think eloquence is the thing. United Nations Assembly is a meeting of heads of states and leaders of the world. So if they are not coming to look at who speaks the most, who is eloquent, whose presentation, who spoke the big English and all that. They've come to dialogue and address issues. So that excuse me, I'll puncture it with my pin. I'll puncture that excuse.
I'm not giving an excuse. I'm not giving an excuse. How will you feel if our president gets there and he's so incoherent? How will you feel? So it's better for him to save himself any disgrace, any embarrassment, than to be there pretending to be the emperor. No, it's better for him to send the yes.
Okay. Anyway, you two are insisting on this this excuse, but believe me, it's no excuse.
Massive Mark.
Yes. Yeah.
You, unless you know the facts behind him not showing up, you cannot.
I mean, this is the second time, George. No, this is the second time. Last year it was the same thing. Last year it was the same thing.
Massive Mike, it could be the third time. It could be the fifth time. We don't know the state of his health right now. We don't know why he's he was able to travel before, he's not able to travel now. We don't know unless we hear from the presidency. There is absolutely no way you can say that what we're saying is an excuse. We do not like the fact that he's not there, and it doesn't look good on him. But yet we don't know why he's not there. Maybe he is still in his honeymoon with his wife. The wife just celebrated the birthday, so maybe he decided to stay home and love on his wife, rather than the nation. So charity begins at home. So let's just leave that subject alone because we don't know the reason. Simple, straightforward. Yes.
Yes, we don't know the reason, but I'm
It doesn't
saying
look good, though. It doesn't look good.
There's no reason anybody gives that's justified. There's no reason. I mean, no reason. All right, let's talk about Trump at the United Nations also. Trump came very strong. He some very strong statements. He said that one of the things he said is the world is failing to help him as he tried to broker peace with the Gaza and the Ukraine and all of those wars. He said the United Nations is not doing anything at all. He also called the United Nations a con job. Let's hear Trump in his speech, very powerful speech he made yesterday.
It's actually creating new problems for us to solve. The best example is the number one political issue of our time, the crisis of uncontrolled migration. It's uncontrolled. Your countries are being ruined. The United Nations is funding an assault on Western countries and their borders. In 2024, the UN budgeted $372 million in cash assistance to support an estimated 624,000 migrants journeying into the United States. Think of that. The UN is supporting people that are illegally coming into the United States, and then we have to get them out. The UN also provided food, shelter, transportation, and debit cards to illegal aliens. Can you believe that? On the way to infiltrate our southern border. Millions of people came through that southern border. Just a year ago, millions and millions of people were pouring in, 25 million altogether over the 4 years of the incompetent Biden administration. And now we have it stopped, totally stopped. In fact, they're not even coming anymore because they know they can't get through. But what took place is totally unacceptable. The UN is supposed to stop invasions, not create them and not finance them. In the United States, we reject the idea that mass numbers of people from foreign lands can be permitted to travel halfway around the world, trample our borders, violate our sovereignty, cause unmitigated crime, and deplete our social safety net.
Yes, gentlemen, that's he said some more, even stronger words than this, accusing the United Nations of a lot of incomplete, a lot of coin job. He called coin job. Right. Let me start with Raji. Raji, what will you say of his speech at the United Nations, Donald Trump? Okay, I think we lost Raji again. Jaji.
Well, the Trump's speech yesterday at United Nations was very, very strong. He rebuked them sharply.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Vivi, you are welcome to the stream.
Good morning.
Beautiful morning here.
So Trump rebuked the United Nations sharply. Most of the rebuke actually was correct. If you really want to take it, from a diplomatic standpoint and politically, from a war peace standpoint, what Trump was saying yesterday to United Nations was that they were a little incapacitated. Okay, and he called out a whole lot of things that they were doing wrong. Now, but Trump was there to speak to his MAGA group, basically. He was addressing the international United Nations, but also was speaking as a politician, speaking as if he's campaigning, the same exact thing that he did all through, defending his decisions is what he did yesterday. But if you ask me, I will give him, out of 10, I will give him 8.5 in his speech. He did well because he was not afraid of anybody. He will tell you like it is right in your face. So based on that, I can tell you, I did like his speech. He represented America well, but he did not act like the world leader he was supposed to be. So that's what it is with me. But he did well. If you ask me, he did well.
That's
Because
what
most other nations, most other nations came there. Look at the points they made. Look at the all the speeches that were made. When Trump came, he came as a world leader, but he represented America. He defended most of the things he's being criticized that he's been doing, and that's what he did. But as for when you go to every other individual that spoke, I like his speech. I'm sorry, but I do.
All
I
right.
like
All right.
speech.
Thank you very much. BD, you're welcome again. Hope
Thank
you are
you very
well.
much.
Hope it's been some time
I'm
now.
good. Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
I'm okay.
So,
Good morning,
yes.
everyone. I really miss you guys.
Yeah.
You don't even understand. Don't you see how I'm smiling right now? Huh? Don't you see the beautiful face now?
BD, your president is not in the United Nations ongoing event. He's sending press people, sending representatives. What will you say? You guys are not.
Yeah, we were not there. Yeah, we were not there, but we are not represented, but we were there because we have our VP who went there. But unfortunately, we have a lot of Nigerians who traveled ahead of him to receive him at events. And that is what Nigerians has been talking about. Why would a lot of Nigerians go there to receive our
Vice
VP?
President.
Yeah. The vice president. Why would they go there to receive him? He's going for United Nations General Assembly. The United Nations Assembly should receive him, but it was not like that. It was Nigerians who were on ground, who were in Nigeria, who left Nigeria and went there to receive him. Do you understand?
Even
This is how we want
some governors were there. Some
yeah,
governors
to
went
receive him.
ahead to receive him.
So I don't understand the rationale behind that act. Do you understand? I don't understand it. Now, talking about Trump's speech at the United Nations General Assembly, his speech was really good. It touched so many things. And it touched foreign policy. It focused more on foreign policy, immigration, climate change, and more. And he actually spoke like a world leader. But people were saying that he didn't speak like a world leader. You know, one thing we should understand that Trump, take it or leave it, he's a racist. So anytime he wants to speak, anytime he's speaking, it will actually show in his speech. So that's what why people are saying that he did not speak like a world leader. But that's not my most concern. The event went well, but I keep asking, why would our governors, why would Nigerians go ahead to receive our vice president? That's another way we waste our natural resources, waste the taxpayers' money. We do something just out of the blues without planning.
Well, it's about time. I thank you so much, Bidi, because you touched this thing very, very well. It is about time for us to begin to probe the government and to come out openly and challenge every one of these decisions, because they make all these decisions arbitrarily, as if the money that they are spending is their money. This is whether there is an oil money or taxpayers' money, it does not belong to them. If it is apportioned to them for them to use for the welfare of the people, and they're using it to globetrot the world, what in the world are governors going there to do? And each one of them will come with entourage. Each one of them will come aides, and all these people are receiving some money for their travel. This is unacceptable and must be condemned at the highest point. You see, let me tell you something. Number one, we are talking about the welfare of the nation. Look at our beloved, first lady, our beautiful Oluremi Tinubu's birthday. He is begging people to give money, donations, cakes and everything. Whatever you're going to give, please contribute that money. And they're saying that it's going to be used to finish the National Library. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Just imagine that. So you talking about all of these things while they are spending our money, take everybody going on vacation in the name of going to receive our vice president at United Nations meeting.
Thank you. Strong words
and
there.
it's unacceptable.
Yeah. Yes. Indeed, it is. Raji, hope you can hear us again. So we come to more issues. Okay. You're welcome, Raji. Yes.
Thank you.
So we will be monitoring the United Nations 80th Assembly. We hope, but like I said earlier on, yes, Shetima is there, but I don't know if he's the one that will make the big. He'll be on the big podium making the speech, because right there at the United Nations there are levels of presentation. You know, not everybody have access to that big podium, global podium there at the meeting. You have small conferences, small meetings, small speeches going on too. So let's see if we'll make the big presentation for us and talk about our very pressing issues. Gentlemen, let's come to something very serious. Yesterday we saw Senator Natasha Ukpoti. We all know the story. Yesterday she resumed her office. Let's see clips of this before we talk about it. Okay, I think studio will have to give us, studio has to give us the real thing. Okay.
In the past 6 months, and most of it happened to the full glare of Nigerians, from the unjust suspension to the recall. We survived the recall. We survived the blockage of roads and waterways into Kogi that we had to fly in using the helicopter. We survived the blackmail from the so-called woman from the crazy lady on Facebook. Yeah, you know, it's amazing what we had to survive. And I give God Almighty the glory and my deepest appreciation to the good people of Kogi Central, Kogi State, and Nigeria at large. My husband, my love, if you say this, I love you dearly. In short, I pray all men support their wives as much as you have supported me. And my children, thank you for your sacrifices. So in everything, it just shows that sometimes it's good to put the institutions to test. We can't cow down in the face of injustice. No one is more Nigerian than us. Senator Pabio is not more of a senator than I am. He's not a governor of this place. And he treated me as if I was his servant, or I was a domestic staff in his house. It's very unfortunate that at this time, after so many years of democracy, we would have a National Assembly be run by such dictatorship. It's totally unacceptable. As for me,
all right, gentlemen, we have to cut that short so we can. And I know you followed that. I saw your opinion on that. She said Senator Apabio is not more of a senator than her. Go ahead, tell us what this means.
I did follow it. It was an awesome thing. But this shows you how broken our society is. Nigerians came out in mass. The Kogi Central people came out in mass at the National Assembly, and they marched. And you know what happened? Nigerian government, Nigerian Senate, and the president, they saw that Nigerians met it. They saw the organic coming out of Nigerians, and they saw how determined they were to take Senator Natasha to her office. They quickly went and unsealed her office. And they knew that if they hadn't acted as fast as they acted, it would have entered into so many things, because Nigerians are looking for an avenue to protest, to unleash the anger in them. So they saw it coming, and they have no choice than to rush and open her office and into the office. A lot of Nigerians came out, the Peter, the Mama P, so many Nigerians came out. And it was, now the thing that is following, she has resumed office, and they are still demanding for apology. And I'm asking Nigerians, and I'm asking the Senator Goswell Ababia, I'm asking the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what is Senator Natasha apologizing for? Apologizing for, you said that you molested me. You did not talk about the molesting me. You charged me, you suspended me. After you said you're suspended for 6 months, there was a threat in my life, there was blackmail, there was so many things. And now I resume office. You're not expecting me to apologize. What is she apologizing for? Oh, sorry, you did not molest me. Or sorry, you did not victimize me. You did not intimidate me. There was no attack on my. I don't even understand why. What's the presidency and the Senate got so there expecting Senator Natasha to apologize on? Well, on behalf of Nigerians and on behalf of Nigerian women, Senator Natasha will never apologize to Senator Ababia and the Senate, because apologizing to them is making all our efforts watered down. She's not apologizing to anything. If there's anyone that needs to apologize, it's them that need to apologize to that woman and apologize to Nigerians.
Thank you very much. All right, Raji, strong words from Diva Bidi there. Tell us, she's back. I know you will say, go ahead, put words in your mouth.
I agree with Sister Bidi. Yes. And you see, just as it was in the case of the River State case, that was it the Rivers case, the suspension of Natasha was illegal, because the Senate, as a body, does not have the right to disenfranchise the people of Kogi Central who voted in Natasha as their president, as their representative. Whatever happens in the Senate does not affect her position as a representative of her people, and therefore the illegal suspension. In fact, I don't know what is happening to our courts, because there have been a case before that this has been put to test, that you cannot disenfranchise the people who voted a candidate in, regardless of whatever he does in the assembly. Yes. So it is good that she's back, and it has also revealed to us that the kind of shameless people we have in the Senate, that nobody in the Senate could stand up to defend her. That shows how shameless the people, how spineless they are in their assembly. Yes.
Georgie, more importantly, no woman, most of the women, these female senators, I didn't hear much from them, George.
You wouldn't hear anything from them. You wouldn't hear anything against from them, simply because they are subservient to the male. It's a male-dominated society, a male-dominated Senate, a male-dominated House of Representatives. So you wouldn't hear anything from them because they are minor. And because this woman, becoming a thorn in their flesh, who refuses to cower, just like governor of Rivers State, who was maligned and put to shame, and yet have to come to apologize and bow, to the authoritarian ways of our government. This woman refuses to cower. She says, no, you're not going to put me down. So now what you're seeing is, the more they continue with this mess, the more the weakness within them is being exposed, and the more they are being shamed. And that is the reason why they had to run quickly to unseal that place and allow her to come in, because the truth will always, bow to the false. So that's what you're seeing here. They know that what they did was wrong, and her accusation is not being mentioned. They have stifled and muted that accusation, sexual accusation or sexual abuse accusation against Senator Fabio. And he ought to be ashamed of himself. People are, the political conflict exposes the drift within the Senate. This nonsense you see, it damages the credibility as an independent arm of the government. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. So it is so sad. But, and let me tell you something else that you guys might not know. The more they want to come against this woman, pay attention to this. This could be the first female president of Nigeria if they are not careful. If they are not careful. No, seriously. Because when they begin to do stuff like this, and this woman have the opportunity to not only to, come to around Nigeria and showcase what these people are doing, she's actually being recognized around the world. That one of these days, this woman will rise up and run for presidency, and we'll be surprised what might take place.
Strong words there, Georgie. All right, guys, let's do a small break. Say something before we go on the break. Say what you want to say.
Is it like what Sir George, right? Is it like what Sir George rightly said? It's really, really ashamed that we can go this low. Yes, of a truth, we know that our judiciary in Nigeria has been dented. But it's really a shame that we could get to this level of this low that we have gone with Senator Natasha. Do you understand? A woman made an accusation. Nobody discussed what she talked about. Nobody said anything about that, but they started doing a lot of things on her. Now she has resumed and they're asking for apology. And like Sir George said, the senators in the House, the House of Rep members, the governors, nobody is saying anything because it's a woman. And we can't continue living like this in this kind of a country. We are just killing ourselves and shooting ourselves on the leg. But many of us might not know. But very soon we'll start seeing the result of what we are doing. This result of our silence, our not speaking up, our not saying things when we are supposed to say it. But so unfortunate.
So unfortunate.
Just one sentence before we go on break.
Yes.
Senator Natasha has become a challenge to all the senators with the things she's doing in her senatorial district, and that challenge is shaming them. That's why they want to
shaming them. It is shaming them. It is shaming them. You see a lot of these senators, they're buying hoes and shovels as gifts. The woman is giving out laptops and giving out iPads and giving out educational material, and she never stopped even while she was on suspension. She was still going around into her district and making sure that everybody is well taken care of. I'm telling you, she is shaming them. The situation is clear. It's a perfect example of ongoing struggle between executive style leadership in the legislature and the principle of democracy representation. We ought to come down. As I said it before, we need to go to parliamentary system, because we see a lot of all these uneducated derelicts that are running for office because they have money. They will run away.
Yes.
They will run away.
Powerful. All right, gentlemen, we'll still come on this issue, because while she was also being ushered into the House, the women on Monday, on Tuesday, also were protesting on something very serious for them. So BD will tell us more on that. Viewers, you're tuned into Wednesday Global Africa Update. SSM will be back. Thank you.
SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time.
This country has some of the most extraordinary culinary diversity in the world. I'm talking about Nigeria. This first dish is amala abula, made popular by the Yoruba people in southwest Nigeria. It starts with amala made from dried yam and then is covered in a variety of soups. Next we have ofe nsala, a white soup that is synonymous with the Igbo people of southeastern Nigeria. It goes best with fufu, or akbo as the Igbos call it. Next we have suya, the most well-known food of the Hausa and Fulani people of northern Nigeria. Meat is covered in a peanut-based powder called yaji and cooked over and open fire. This is banga and starch, a classic of the Urhobo people of Delta State. Lastly, we have onunu, a plantain-based swallow of the Izon people in South Nigeria. We are eating it with fisherman soup, popular throughout this whole region. And of course, we don't forget the jollof rice. This is popular everywhere in Nigeria. I think what makes Nigeria so great is the diversity of all the different people coming together. These beautiful ethnic groups living side by side, sharing culture and cuisine is what makes Nigeria such an amazing country to visit. Nigerians should be so proud of that cultural heritage, as there is so much more that unites than divides them.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerian soul, are proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
All right, gentlemen, you're welcome back. Viewers, you're welcome back to Wednesday SSM Africa Update. BD, yes, tell us. While we were talking of Natasha, Nigerian women also stormed National Assembly over something they called reserve seat bill. Reserve seat bill. They say it's a bill that's reserved, and the women want to fill it up. They said there are 750. The sitting arrangement in the House of Senate is
yesterday.
Balanced.
Yes, Nigerian women took to Abuja yesterday to protest. Nigerian women took to Abuja yesterday to protest for reserved seats in the parliament. They demanded that there should be a reserved seat for women in the Senate and the Rep, and this is not the first time they have been making that demand. But Nigerian government have not deemed it something that needs to be done, because if you look at the number of women in the Senate, in the NAS recently, you will know that Nigeria, there's no presence of Nigerian women there. So several African countries from Senegal to Rwanda have increased number of women legislators, do you understand, by using this kind of reserved seats in their countries. But why can't we do it in Nigeria? Maybe that comes down to what Sir George earlier said, is men-dominated country. Now, look at what Natasha is doing in Kogi Central. And a lot of women have proven that when you put women in place of position, that they will do better, they will do good. Why can't we give our women that chance, that position, for them to at least revive this country? For years, for going to 60 years, the men has been in position in this country, and we are still roaming around the same place. Why can't we allow our women? They have proven that they can do this job. Why can't we allow them? Do you understand? We can't come in a Senate of over 100 and something. We just have only 4 women. And even the 4 women we have, we want to push them down. Look at what happened with Senator Natasha Akpotie. So that's what these women were asking for. They were asking for, we are Nigerian going to allocate, say, maybe in the next coming election, we are giving 30 seats or 40 seats or 50 seats for women. So no matter what, you will have to elect this number of women into power. Because if you look at what is happening in Nigeria, the process of electing people into position, somebody came out, that's Ali Baba, came out to say, to be elected as a Senate in Nigeria, you have to have something like 1 billion naira. Who gives a woman 1 billion naira to pay to get elected into Senate? And for you to get into the House of Assembly, you have to have something like 500 million. How many women will get that? And that's why when they found out to see some women there, they say, do you know what they have gone through? So these are the things Nigerian women took to the street 2 days ago, protesting, demanding, and it is their right. We need to do it. Other countries have done it. Why are we finding it difficult to do it in Nigeria? So that was the reason for that process.
George, thank you very much. Yeah, good words. George and Raji, do you agree that the women are shortchanged in Nigerian politics?
Well, we know that the system itself, the system is a systemic what I call systemic default. The push for special seats bill is a direct response to the current very low level of female representation in Nigerian politics. Today, there are only 4 senators among 109 members of the Senate and 16 women in the 360 members, which is, it's not unequitable. I mean, when you think about it, it's not balanced. But the point is that it is because of the system of election that we have in Nigeria. It's a monetary controlled system. You have to have money to be elected. In other foreign countries, any Tom, Dick, or Harry can come out and run for an election, and then be able to have that money that is needed, for them to do enough campaign to win. And they win by merit. But Nigeria, you have to have money from the beginning to bribe your way all the way to the end in order to win. So this is something that is unacceptable and must change. And that's why we are saying that we have to reshuffle. We have to go back to the foundation of our political system and change everything. The protesters and advocacy group like they call it Policy and Legal Advocacy Center, PLAC, are arguing that Nigeria is lagging behind Rwanda, Tanzania, Senegal, and these other countries who actually have those reserved seats in order to increase the presence of women, in the parliament. So that's what I think we should look into, and that's what I think we should do. It's only fair.
Powerful. Raji, tell us, Raji.
You see, because representation is by election, I do not think that a fiat proposal will bring women into the National Assembly. I would rather suggest that for each geopolitical zone, at least 2 women may have to be selected or elected one way or the other to be part of the National Assembly, not necessarily standing elections on the party platform. Last week, I saw a post about what is happening even in Lagos State, where 4 women who have been elected into the local government part of the governance, 4 of them died within a month of their swearing in.
Yes.
This is enough to scare women into coming into politics.
What happened? Was it not to do that?
You see, it may be coincidence. It may be coincidence, but the coincidence is so uncanny that it is enough to frighten women from engaging in politics. At the local level, no holds barred. And for a woman to come to prominence at any level, it has to be a serious struggle, because the modalities of even getting to be a member and a high member enough in a party to stand for elections is so muddy. It's so muddy that a woman, in fact, the husband will be very, very wary of allowing his wife to be involved in such kind of things. So
unless you're probably like the husband of Natasha, that carries her along.
Or you are the husband, you are the governor who can put his wife forward as senator, which was what happened in Lagos State for Remi Tinubu to be part of the 8th or 9th Assembly. So it is very, very clear. Unless there will be a selection of at least 2 people from each, 2 women from each local, from each geopolitical zone to represent that political zone. It will have to be selection.
Very good.
not necessarily
All right.
election.
Yes, thank you. Viewers, you can hear what we're discussing, very patent, very crucial discussion here, how we can be part of government. Because it really, like BD said, the decisions made in the House also affects them. So it is funny that they're not well represented because they are part of the population, they are part of the citizenship, and they should be part also of whatever decisions and policies that have been made out. All right, gentlemen, let's move on now.
Yeah, in our type of democracy, to have that quota system, like what Araji is saying, is very dicey. Honestly speaking, is very, very dicey. Now, what we need to do is to look at Rwanda, Tanzania, and these other African nations that have actually done it. What kind of political system do they have? Is it the type of executive system, or are they, or is it another type of what do you call it? The type of democratic system, or because you gotta understand, they might have done it, but how did they achieve that aim? Because right now in Rwanda, you're almost having 50-50. It's almost 50-50 in Rwanda. So now, how did they achieve that? What kind of parliamentary system do they have? Is it a democratic system of government? Because it is very dicey when you begin to section out some seats and say women will have to fill this. They don't have to go through the normal process. What will happen with that is, even in the parliament, or when they go to the house, you will see a lot of men telling them, go and sit down. You were just appointed. You were not elected. So those are the things that we need to be careful about.
All right, good one. All right, gentlemen, let's move on.
Can I say something? In Rwanda,
let's go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Can I say something? Now, Sir George, in Rwanda, they run the same democratic system of government, and it's a quota system. And in a quota system, they will tell you that we are giving women 20%, we are giving physically challenged people 10%. And when you know that these people have a quota system to fill in, do you understand? You make the voting process so easy for them. It is a government that agree on that and is working. Now that brings me to this area, this angle that Saraji has actually reminded me, because I don't want to talk about it. Nigerian women are not happy, more especially in Lagos, of what happened. 4 elected women who inaugurated into office. Now I want to give you their names. We have Oluwakemi Rafiu, Councillor Wotsi Ibejuleki. She died on 13th August 2025, 17 days after she was inaugurated into office. We have Zainab Shotayo, Councillor Wotsi, Chief Whip, Odolowu LZA, died 18th August 2025, 22 days after she was inaugurated into office. And we have Princess Oluremi Nutayi Ajosa, Vice Chairman, Badagry West LCDA, died 20 September 2025. And we have Busarat Oluwakemi Mayobike, Councillor Ward F, Shomolu, 21st September 2025. Now, let me tell you people, I want to tell you the truth, what has been going on in Nigeria. Nigerian women are not happy, more especially in Lagos. They say that these 4 women cannot just die. This is not coincidence. There's only like coincidence. That's still the same thing we are talking about here. Why is it that Nigerian men don't want to allow Nigerian women live a life? It's just a question I'm asking.
I'm going to ask you a question. Because unless there is a scientific proof that they were killed, no, that's speculation. You cannot do that.
I'm not saying they were killed, though. I never said they were killed.
Why are they not happy? If these women died of natural causes, or maybe the pressure was too much on them, why are they unhappy?
The pressure of what?
Are you saying that the men are not allowing
naturally
them?
Women
No. What I'm saying is this. Unless no, hold on. Unless there is, listen, if autopsy is done and we know exactly what killed them, that maybe they were poisoned or something else happened, then we cannot speculate. I mean,
you and I know how dirty our men can get in politics. We know how dirty our men can get in politics and how lucrative Nigerian politics has become. and our men can go to any length to get to where they want to get to. Why would these 4 women die within a month and few months after electing them and inaugurating them into office?
Maybe they made a covenant. Maybe they made a covenant that they did not fulfill. No, hold on a second. Maybe they made a covenant with Juju that they did not fulfill and they died.
Don't even come there.
Don't
even come there.
You are speculating. You know, we have no facts over this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Anyway, yeah, go ahead, Raji.
Like I mentioned before, the coincidence is so uncanny that it is frightening, and to be frightening for most women. Let us be talking about scientific proof. Sajo, it seems as if you've been out of Nigeria for too long. You have forgotten about the long juju of Arochukwu, which is in your neighborhood.
Well, those days they can't talk to me.
Having said that, please let us all be aware of the fact that a woman in politics stands at a very, very threatening position to the men, and therefore they need special protection.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Viewers, what you're seeing there are the pictures. The pictures we can gather from the internet. These are the 4 women. BD is talking about. They were elected in their various constituents, but now they are gone. And sadly, we don't really know what happened. I've been trying to dig into the story around it when it happened last month, but we still can't make any headway on what could have happened to them. So there you go. 4 women died in Nigerian politics, and very sad. Gentlemen, thank you. Let's move on to some other stories. Our time is far spent now. WHO is saying that the suicide rate in Africa, mainly on young people, is on the high side. Young people are committing suicide, Africa mainly, and they say it's on the high side. I don't know, BD, do you have anything on that? Did you hear that? What WHO said?
Yes, I heard it, and they were right. If you look at what is happening in Africa recently, why won't it be high? People no longer have hope. What keeps everyone alive is hope. An average African youth have lost hope. And how do you lose hope? When you look around you, nothing is enticing you, nothing is motivating you. You have seen people who have come before you, not achieve anything. Growing up, they told you you're the leader of tomorrow, and you see your father, who they told the same thing, and he has not amounted to anything. And you're looking around you, nothing is happening. The same old people who have been in power since the time of your grandfather are still the people in power. So why wouldn't they lose hope? Things are getting so difficult. People are hungry, poverty, so many things has gone wrong. So it's actually truth. They are not lying. They are telling you the truth. It's true. If you want me to give you the statistics of how many people, Nigerian youth, who have taken their own life within the space of 1 year, I can give it to you. They are not lying, but you know, in our nature, Africans or Nigerians, when they tell the truth about, we don't like the truth to come to life. When people are telling us the truth, what we do is to attack them. So what WHO said, it is true.
Thank you very much. That was very cogent. Let's move on. I think somebody gave you thumbs up for this, what you just said, BD. Raji, on the financial side, CBN is telling us that they've reduced interest rate by 50 points. They've reduced interest rates. Kodaso briefed journalists yesterday and said the decision to lower the policy was as a result of things that have happened in the past 5 months. Do you have a story? Do you following that reduction in the interest rates? Raji?
From what to what? From the 30 or the 40% to what?
From the 50% to 27.
It was 27.5 to 27. It's a 0.05% reduction.
Which is quite formidable. Thank you very much for that 0.5% reduction.
But you see,
Yes, you see, because it is very annoying when people in authority start insulting the intelligence of the average Nigerian. It is very, the economy has so collapsed that even if you can't even get any loans from anybody, because there's nobody giving loans. Yes, there's nobody giving loans.
Well,
And then
you see, go ahead.
Sorry, please just
Go
let me
ahead.
land. And talking about the suicide rate among the people, the usual social net that use community engagement that used to keep people together. You can go to an uncle and get a meal. You can go to an aunt and you have succor. The aunt is herself going somewhere else. So there's no social, there's no more community togetherness. Even anywhere you go, everybody is almost more or less getting to destitute level, and it all depends on how much money you can get from a bank to start. No bank will give you any loan, and whatever interest that is being bandied around by the central bank, when you get to the paperwork, there are so many things that will come out of the woodwork. And therefore, this 27% that they are talking about will eventually come to like 40 or 35.
George, we're going to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say something regarding the suicide rate, which is very, very troubling. When you start seeing children, just take their own lives, it comes out of despondency, hopelessness and despondency. Number one. Number two is you're seeing this thing. It used to happen to teenagers, like in the higher level of teenagers, like maybe 15 to maybe 20, 23, 24, 25. But now it's dropped down to 10 to 14 years. And that is actually part of the reason is, and it's happening between boys and girls. The ratio between boys and girls boys are able to externalize their pressure, especially with social media and everything else that is happening. You will see that most of them, you go to a family now, you cannot see, you can come, oh, uncle, welcome, everybody. No, everybody's in their rooms and they all have their phone on social media. And most of the time there are bullying take place on social media. And this is what is driving some of these children to kill themselves. So when like in Canada here, is massive. Canada is the highest when it comes to suicide rate among youths. Canada is actually very high. And what is happening is because right after the pandemic also, it's almost like, most people went back into their cocoon. They don't come out anymore. They don't socialize anymore. They don't know how to converse publicly. When you talk to youth today, and talk to them more than 2 minutes, they say, leave my space, because they feel that you're intruding into their space. And these people are not able to externalize or vocally bring out the pressure that is within. And most of the time, before you know it, they find a way to extricate themselves and unalive themselves, as Nigerians will say, which is very bad. When it comes down to the interest rate that is reduced, it might not look good for the businesses. But Cardoso is doing very well because inflation has dropped. Listen to this. Excuse you. We're talking about, say, what you gotta be looking at is, it's not about what it look currently. Every nation that is under the same type of economic woes that Nigerians are going through will have to do something that will affect businesses currently negatively. So what is happening right now? The central bank is saying to the banks, yeah, we are reducing this, but they are also holding back 50% of their cash reserves in the Central Bank of Nigeria, because they don't want the flooding of naira into the community, into the society, so that inflation will rise again. So when you talk about that, there has been a lot of improvement in the last 1 year, especially 6 months when it comes to the economy. It is reducing. when they are accessing it and studying it. So the public might feel maligned. The public might feel the people that want to do business, they don't have money out there. But let me tell you, what they are doing currently is working, and it is positive. It is on a positive move, and that's the reason why remember, this is something that has been done in the past 5 years. So when this man came in and started working on this, they are seeing positive, vibes coming out of it. But when you come to the common man, it is not working, but it is working because studies have been done and they are improving.
But the common man we want to go to. Yeah, go ahead.
Please, I actually want to understand, because from what you have said now, it's working on the pages of newspaper. It's working on paper, but it's not working in the life of Nigerians. And those are the people they are ruling. Those are the people they are leading. This cannot be working when your people are not feeling it, and you expect me to accept that it's working. So on that note, I am saying it's not working. You said it's been working for over 1 year. Probably people
on that note, it's not working on the life of the ordinary people.
No. What did I say? What did I say? No, pay attention to this. So usually when the government, especially the central bank, is making a very strong economic decision, some group of society will be affected. Yes, indeed, it's not trickling down. No. Listen to this. This has been a war that happens for the past 8 years before Asiwaju's government came in.
I totally disagree to accept that. I cannot accept that.
Because you have to go scientifically to understand the key takeaway that that the cost of borrowing, they stifled it. They intentionally did.
Do you know the rate of our borrowing today? Do you know the stage at which we are in borrowing? Nigerians are.
Okay, what is it?
You come here tell me it's working.
What is it? What is it? No, what is it?
What is it? In the lives of Nigeria, we are not feeling it in our society.
Give me numbers. Can you give me numbers?
Okay.
I'll give you numbers and dates. Well, Mike is not going to give us time. Our time is up.
It's okay. Don't worry. She'll give you number. She'll give you.
I'll give you number.
Yeah, she'll give you number.
99% of Nigerians are not doing anything.
The bottom line.
All right.
People are running this feeling.
It's okay. Let's crop it up. More things to talk about, but time is running fast. Let's just talk about this. One thing that is also not working is the Nigerian refinery. Raji, the TAC leader, trade union Congress leader, Festus Osifo, I hope I pronounce that well, says everything the government is saying is a lie. Nigerian refineries are not working. Like we said earlier, they are not working. What's all this? And they will tell us something else, and something else is happening. George,
I don't think...
tell us.
No.
Go ahead, Raji.
What Osifo is saying,
go ahead.
What Osifo is saying is that the Nigerian refinery is inefficient. Not that it's not working. The refineries were shut down primarily due to poor material balance and financial inefficiency. Not because they were completely broken. They were processing crude oil, but the value of the refined products coming out was less than the value of the crude going in, leading to continuous losses. That's exactly what they're now telling you. They did not say, they're telling you it's not working, but it's been working. Billions upon billions have already been poured into trying to bring this crude, these things there. Now, what you're seeing, you see, sometimes what we do is we judge by social media. We don't judge scientifically. We don't judge by statistical facts and all that kind of stuff.
Judge the whole time.
Let me finish.
Just scientifically,
no, the guy he's an experience for 20 years, and he's trying to tell you this because of the inefficiency of the equipment. That's why they are not functioning efficiently. No, they have poured money into it. But,
George, what's the difference between something not working efficiently and not working? Go ahead, Raji. Right.
No, if the machines are broken,
if you have,
hold on.
Sir George,
Sir
George, you hold on. Sir George, please, you hold on.
Hold on.
Let Raji cook. Sir George, you've been speaking now.
Sir George, please, you hold on. Please, you hold on. Now, if you have a machine, that is supposed to give you 100% output, it is giving you 2% output, and you yourself said that the value of the crude that was being put into the refinery and the value of the refined product that was coming out was abysmal. The difference was between a huge loss. Why will you continue to run the refinery?
What I'm saying is the government is saying that it's not working.
So effectively,
it is working.
The refineries are not working. If the efficiency level goes below 5%, you might as well scrap the refinery.
Okay, excuse me.
It's not working.
Massive Mark, you have a vehicle.
Raji is saying it, George.
Okay, hold on. Your vehicle, you have the capacity to go 110 kilometers per hour. But because of the inefficiency, it's giving you 60.
It is going to.
No, hold on. It's giving you. Excuse me now. Stop interrupting. Come on. I allow you to talk. It's giving you 60 kilometers per hour.
It is not giving you 60. It's giving you 2.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That is what is happening.
Right. Anyway, gentlemen, we need to go. Let's have everybody
be acceptable.
No,
out of 100.
Okay. How do you know that?
It's better for you to sell that car. Sell that car. I won't buy.
I'm sorry. Please let's have our final word for today. Let's close up. It's time.
Let me speak. See, I want to speak, but I want to be a transporter who wants to run a transport business now bought a CN that he wants to be using to be running to Ore and the East. And when he bought it, the transport, each time he started, when he gets to Ojota, it will stop. When he gets to Ojota, he tried for 3 times. He never passed Ojota. Is that transport working? It's not working. Now, let me tell you what I want to say. See, the Nigerian refinery is not working because there are caucus who don't want it to work. If you guys have been following the Nigerian news very well closely, last month, the chief executive officer of NNPC, Bayo Ojulare, made a striking accusation that they want to remove him from office. He made that accusation a period of 2 weeks. Do you understand? And when he was interviewed with our team, you know what he said? He said that his problem is because he wanted the that was when they went to Rwanda. They claimed they chartered private jets, went to Uganda, went to Canada. Mm-hmm. He said that that's not the problem. He said that he wanted the Nigerian refineries in the south side and Kaduna to work. But the people he's working with, the Nigerians under that, don't want those refineries to work. He said it. And then he countered.
Very good.
He said, they don't want refineries to work. It's an intentional attempt. They don't want it to work, and that's why it's not working, and it will not work.
Okay. Thank you. So, gentlemen, let's do the last words for today. Our time, we've gone beyond the time, but the network is allowing us. Georgie, it's all the passion we have. I know you.
No, it is passion you have. You know, I see. Well, sometimes we talk social media talk rather than scientific, technical talk. The point about it is this: the man came out to give you the true definition of what is actually happening with the refineries, and he is actually telling you that the Port Harcourt refinery, the Warri refinery, and the Kaduna refinery, most of them right now need to be privatized. And when they are privatized, the woes of NNPC will be eliminated, because these people will find a way to make sure that these refineries are working. And that is exactly the point. Everybody's saying that they are broken, they are broken, they are broken. He's giving you the true technical aspect of what is really happening with these refineries. And therefore, when you know what the problem is, it is already half solved. So that's what he's trying to do. Simple.
But the government doesn't want it to be privatized. The government doesn't want it to be
regulation again. Speculation.
Speculation.
Speculation. Yeah, they've already started already. They've already started looking for people. There are some foreign companies that are already looking into it. You don't know this.
Keep your voice down.
No.
Before Yar'Adua came in, those refineries had already been penciled for selling. Yar'Adua came and cancelled it. When Atiku mentioned that he was going to sell the refineries, members of the APC like you shouted him down and said he was going to sell it to his friends. So now what are you saying to me now? That you want to
sell it? You know, there
What's
are
the difference between
foreign
privatization and
already.
selling
Foreign companies are already bidding on these refineries. They are already bidding, and some local ones, some local people are actually bidding on them as we speak. So these are current facts that you guys need to understand.
Dangote Otedola had put in expressions of interest to buy those refineries.
All right, Georgie, let's go. Guys, thank you. It's all the passion you have. And I want to thank you for having those passion for your country and bringing those views, opinions, and insights into the discussion. We've had a good day here. Viewers, this is it. Wednesday African Update. This is we will come again on Friday. Have a beautiful hump day. Wednesday, good day for God's blessing to pour on you. Really, you're awesome, beautiful diva. You graced the frame today. Raji, I like the way you bring your discussion. You don't go hard as you go on George before. George is telling us as it is. Just thank you. All right, guys, until we come again, everybody have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.